Shalom, Israel. This is Yaakov with another lesson. We're going to continue in 1 Samuel. But before we get started, I want to say all honor and praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and also for his mercy and grace. Thank you, Father. Thank you for your beautiful son, Mashiach Yahushua. Also shout out to the brothers and sisters out there pushing that word on a daily basis, in season, out of season, day, night. Shout out to you, brothers and sisters. Keep pushing this word. Endure until the end. Endure or die. Remember that. Endure or die. This is not a religion. This is your history. This is your heritage. You have to take your heritage back. They're not going to give you this kingdom. We're going to take this kingdom. We're going to take this kingdom back. By the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right, so we're going to get right into it in 1 Samuel chapter 4. Cuatros, as my wife would say. Cuatros, who is from the tribe of Manasseh. All right, 1 Samuel chapter 4, and we're going to begin in verse 1. And the word of Samuel came to all Israel. So now Samuel, he's preaching the word now. He's not the disciple only to Eli anymore. Now he's out preaching. And the word of Samuel came to all Israel. Now Israel went out against the Philistines to battle and pitched beside Ebenezer. And the Philistines pitched in Aphek. All right, that's verse 1. So let's see. Let me get a precept real quick. All right, so we got Samuel now doing the work that he was trained to do by Eli, and now he is out doing his thing for the Lord. We're going to go Jeremiah 47. And we're going to do verse 4, 47 and 4. Because of the day that cometh to spoil all the Philistines, and to cut off from Tyrus and Zidon every helper that remaineth, for the Lord will spoil the Philistines, the remnant of the country of Caphtor. All right, so the Philistines are from the coast of the land of Ham, which is what they call today Africa, which is not in the Bible. All right, so that's where the Philistines are, coast of the land of Ham, or what we call today Africa. Verse 2, and the Philistines put themselves in array against Israel. And when they joined battle, Israel was smitten. Israel was smitten before the Philistines. And they slew of the army of the field about 4,000 men. So battle formation was against us. Array is fashion. That's the fashion of formation, which is battle. They did battle formation against us. Smitten is conquered. That's what they mean by smitten. They killed 4,000 Israelites, the Philistines. Verse 3. And when the people were come into the camp, the elders of Israel said, wherefore have the Lord smitten us today before the Philistines? Why did he do this to us? Let us fetch the ark of the covenant of the Lord out of Shiloh unto us. Let us go get the ark of the covenant, that when it cometh among us, it may save us out of the hand of our enemies. So we felt, okay, we need to go get the ark of the covenant out of Shiloh, where we go for the past. We need to go get the ark of the covenant. If we get the ark of the covenant, maybe the Lord will start helping us. Understand? We question why Yahweh would kill us by the way of our enemies, the Philistines, and we thought that maybe we could be saved by our Ark of the Covenant if we go ahead and get those, get our books, go get the Torah, the first 5 books of the Bible. This is what's in this covenant. Let's go get the first 5 books of the Bible. So the people went to Shiloh that they might bring from thence the Ark of the Covenant of the Lord of hosts, which dwelleth between the cherubims, which cherubims are angels, and the 2 sons of Eli, Hophni and Phinehas. So Hophni and Phinehas, their carnal protection, they're supposed to be protecting this covenant. These two sons of Eli, Hophni and Phinehas. But alongside these two men who are breaking the commandments, because remember they're having sex with the women as they come to sacrifice on the Passovers. It's also protected by two cherubims. We're there with the Ark of the Covenant of God. Verse 5. And when the Ark of the Covenant of the Lord came into the camp, all Israel shouted with a great shout, so that the earth rang again. So we're excited. We're happy to receive the Torah in order to keep the laws, so the Most High would help us fight for us. Because if we can't understand what the laws are and what we should and should not do, we can't keep the laws of God. So He can help us. So we have to get the books to learn the laws over again, to remember what these laws are. We have to turn back to the Lord. Deuteronomy 10:12. Now you know who you are. Turn your butt back to the Lord. That's how you defeat your enemies. That's how you survive. Verse 6. And when the Philistines heard the noise of the shout, they said, what meaneth the noise of this great shout in the camp of the Hebrews? Why are these niggas getting stirred up? Why are these niggas getting all riled up? What is going on? They look happy. These niggas look happy. And they understood that the ark of the Lord was come into the camp. So they learned that these niggas, they got that book. They got those 5 books. And now they happy. Because our enemies know what those books mean to us. They know that if we keep the laws, our Heavenly Father will help us. The same as they know it now. That's why you think you're a nigga and a spick. Because you find out who you are. This is what's going to happen. Verse 7. And the Philistines were afraid. These people are afraid now. Edomites, they're afraid now. For they said, Slakia. For they said, God is come into the camp. And they said, woe unto us. For there have not been such a thing heretofore. Heretofore is before now. Heretofore is before now. So before now, this ain't never happened. They got God with them. Verse 8. Woe unto us! Who shall deliver us out of the hand of these mighty gods? Who's going to save? This is what our enemies are saying. Who's going to save us from these niggas and spicks now that they got God helping them? Who's going to help us? These are the gods that smote the Egyptians with all the plagues in the wilderness. This is what they're saying about us. This is the same people that destroyed Egypt. These are the same people that walked up out of Egypt. Walked up out of Egypt and took everything. These are the same people that did that because they kept the laws of their God. This is who we are. We walked the top up out of Egypt. The same way we're going to be delivered here. But we have to turn back. That's the power of your God. Verse 9. Be strong and quit yourselves like men, O Philistines. This is what they're saying amongst one another. Be strong and quit yourselves like men, O ye Philistines, that you not be servants unto the Hebrews. You want to be servants unto them niggas and specks? Straighten up and fly right. Be strong. Stop being scared. Unless you're going to wind up being slaves to these niggas and specks. As they have been to you. You're going to be slaves like they've been to you. Is that what you want? This is what they're saying amongst each other. Quit yourselves like men and fight. Philistines are talking to each other. From verse 8 on, they've been talking to us since verse 8. Quit is still or calm. Be still or be calm. That's what it means to quit yourselves. It means calm yourselves. Verse 10. And the Philistines fought, and Israel was smitten. And they fled every man into his tent. And there was a very great slaughter. For there fell of Israel 30,000 footmen. 30,000 of our brothers were murdered by Philistines. Our enemies. Verse 11. And the ark of God was taken, and the 2 sons of Eli, Hophni and Phinehas were slain. Remember, that was a curse. Remember, that was prophesied by the Most High. He's going to kill his sons. Remember, he said that. Verse 12. So Eli's sons are slain. They're murdered. Hophni and Phinehas. Verse 12. And there ran a man of Benjamin out of the army and came to Shiloh the same day with his clothes rent and with earth upon his head. So this Benjamite came from fighting. He came with his clothes torn and he had dirt in his head. He's been fasting. Verse 13. And when he came, lo, Eli sat upon a seat by the wayside watching, for his heart trembled for the ark of God. And when the man came into the city and told it, all the city cried out. And when Eli heard the noise of the crying, he said, what meaneth the noise of this tumult? And the man came in hastily and told Eli. Now Eli was 98 years old, and his eyes were dim, that he could not see. 16. And the man said unto Eli, I am he that came out of the army, and I fled today out of the army. And he said, what is there done? What is there done, my son? This is what Eli is saying, asking of the soldier. What's going on? 17. And the messenger answered and said, Israel is fled before the Philistines, and there hath been also a great slaughter among the people. And thy two sons also, Hophni and Phinehas, are dead, and the ark of God is taken. They killed 30,000 men, killed Eli's two sons, and they took our books. 18. And it came to pass, when he made mention of the ark of God, that he fell from off his seat backward by the side of the gate. Eli was in his chair. It hit him so bad that he fell out of his seat backward by the side of the gate, and his neck brake. The Most High broke his neck, and he died. For he was an old man and heavy, and he judged Israel 40 years. Now it says that he was an old man and heavy. You could take that two ways, that he was heavy, loaded with these burdens. Also that he was a fat man, because for 40 years he's been eating all this sacrifice meat for himself. He was old and fat, and he was sitting in his chair. He fell back and broke his neck. The Most High, Deuteronomy 32 and 39, the Most High is the one that kills us. The Most High broke his neck because of his wickedness. Verse 19, and his daughter-in-law, Phinehas' wife, was with child, near to be delivered. And when she heard the tidings that the ark of God was taken, and that her father-in-law and her husband were dead, she bowed herself and travailed, for her pains came upon her. Tidings is news. Whether it be good or bad, tidings is just news. It's not good news or bad news, it's news. Tidings is news. And travail is stressed out or increased labor pains. Verse 20. And about the time of her death, the women that stood by her said unto her, fear not, for thou hast borne a son. But she answered not, neither did she regard it. She wasn't trying to hear it. She wasn't trying to hear that. And she named the child Ichabod, saying, the glory is departed from Israel, because the ark of God was taken, and because her father-in-law and her husband. This woman was cursed because of something that she had nothing to do with. It wasn't her actions. It was because of the actions of her father-in-law, her stepbrother, and her husband. Because of their wickedness, it came into her and her whole family. This woman is cursed because of what her family has done. Her father-in-law, her husband, her brother-in-law. Because of what they've done. And she said, the glory is departed from Israel, for the ark of God is taken. She said, we're doomed. Before she died, she said, we're doomed. Because they've taken our books. They've taken our books. Because without our books, we're dead. We have our books now. We have our books. Understand that, Israel. Understand that. We now have our books and we understand our books. We understand our books now. So, I pray, and Lord willing, that someone was edified, that you all was edified throughout the four corners of the earth. So remember to keep pushing, keep learning, keep studying. Keep the Lord's words in your mouth. Speak his words. Meditate on his words. Live his words daily, not weekly, not monthly, not yearly, but daily. Meditate on these scriptures. Examine them daily. Whether it be through the pages of the book or through the pages of your mind. Think about these things. Meditate on these words. The kingdom of Esau is coming down as we speak. It's coming down. And if you are not the one that is making it come down by your work, then you would be the ones that would be murdered and put to death by it. You understand that? You're either helping to bring this kingdom down or you're going to fall when this kingdom come down. So do not be partakers of his sin, of the Edom. Do not be partakers of Edom's sin. Push this word and keep studying, keep learning. All right, with that, I'm going to say shalom to all my brothers and sisters out there, and remember to always keep the holy days, the Sabbath, the high holy days, and to keep the commandments and keep pushing. And if you think that you are slipping on something, examine it and fix it, correct it. That's what this time is for. So the commandments, and don't worry about things that are above your understanding. Just do the things that you can understand and respect them and honor them and serve your God with all your might and all your heart. Do what you can do, Israel. It ain't about money. Forget your career, forget your money, forget your jobs. Just do what you need to do in the scriptures. Stay in these scriptures. The Most High will provide. The Most High will take care of us. He will. Why would he take care of a dog and a bird and a rat? Why would he take care of a worm and not take care of you? Come on, Israel. Come on. Shalom.